Why is the new sneaker trend to just hate everything before it comes out? What's up, sneaky people? It's your boy FB Kicks and Gear, and I am back with another video. And this time we're doing a early look / early legit check guide reference material video on the Jordan 5 Reimagined Black Metallic. And I've got to say that this is probably one of my most anticipated releases of 2025, and I'm glad we're getting it over with super early, and it seems like they will be attainable. So just like all the rest of my videos, we are here to do the most educational content that we can do so that my followers and my viewers are informed and making the best decision for their money. So that's what we're going to do. So with that said, remember, you can find all of the pictures that you're going to need to do your deeper dive on this shoe and other shoes on the Instagram account that you are going to see on the screen. Remember, knowing the details and the little nuances of the reps is just as important of memorizing every detail on an authentic pair, because there are some things that reps will always do wrong that will make it very easy to identify. So I'm laying the groundwork now. You will see some real versus fake videos of this shoe when I get my authentic pair in around February, and we'll continue the content from there. But for now, let's start digging into the details of this shoe, because I am very excited for this shoe. I am not a huge fives person. I've never been a huge five person, but I've always had a soft spot for the black metallic fives. And even though these aren't coming back in 100% OG form, this is more than good enough for me. And I'm glad to be able to see that Jordan brand will be doing their thing when they release this. So I'm going to do a quick 360 of the shoe so that you guys can see what the real shoe will look something like. And obviously the biggest difference between this shoe and the original is that we've got these white outlines all around all of the cuts of the very soft, deep black nubuck. And I know that me and a lot of people were expecting these lines to be 3M reflective, and they're not. At least not from what I could see. I've tried to shine lights on them and everything like that. They do not catch the light like the 3M tongue does, but this is like a painted white on all of the edges. Whether it's painted or however they decide to kind of roll the edges of this material, because it's not raw, it's rolled. And they've capped it off with some sort of finish that makes the edges of the material kind of stand out, and that's what they did, and that's the look that they're going for. Kind of mimics how the old pairs would look like, where the nubuck would kind of fray at the edges and you would get this natural contrast between the cuts, but I guess they're trying to force it now. It's a concept, right? I think it would have been more in line with the reimagined kind of idea if this did glow up just like the back does here. And this is one of the prominent changes on the shoe. The back, the Nike Air, is 3M reflective as opposed to stitched white. This is okay. It doesn't bother me too much. Just having Nike Air on the back is always a good thing, but I did like the kind of jumbo oversized Nike Airs that the originals had, and this just kind of tiny and small, making it not a huge feature for this shoe. But overall, I think the shoe looks fantastic. I think this is going to be a great release. The general public is a lot of people kind of doing what they do with most releases now. I don't really like it. Why didn't they release the OG? Yada, yada, yada. And then release comes around and we end up liking it. They said the same thing about the reimagined Jordan 3s. They said the same thing about the reimagined Jordan 4s. And here we are, something that is not true to the OG 100%, but still looks really good. Comes with the white laces. This is going to be a dope shoe, but pay attention to the way the shape looks now. I suspect that while the retail pairs will be closer to OG shape, I suspect that these reps are not mimicking what the retail releases will look like perfectly. This looks like a pretty standard 5 to me. From what I understand, the retail pairs will be a little bit slimmer in the toe box. The ankle portions will be a lot slimmed down. You won't see the super bulbous ankle pods here, and these reps aren't super protruding as well, but from what I understand, the authentic pairs will be slimmer than this. We've got metallic paint here, where we've got icy blue soles with not so icy but still pretty clear netting on the tongue and on the sides. And we've got a kind of thick and puffy 3M tongue, like Jordan 5s are pretty famous for. One of the things that I tend to see a lot on replica Jordan 5s, but I've also seen it on some authentic Jordan 5s too, is this real kind of failure to make this stitch straight across. It's not supposed to be bumpy and weird like this, but I've seen a lot of Jordan 5s, especially the 2015 to 2018 era authentic Jordan 5s, that kind of just didn't care about getting smooth, clean lines, but the reps are definitely going to struggle with that. But yeah, I think overall this is probably a pretty good understanding of what the shoe will look like when it comes out. Like I mentioned before, white laces pre-laced in the shoe, but it will come with the traditional black laces that we're used to seeing these come with. What are your guys' thoughts? I am a fan of this style of nubuck. It's not super ashy, but it does get some wear, so it does show some character. Probably plays a little bit into that contrast that I like to see with what they're playing up with on this theme. But it's a pretty deep black, which is nice. You will get some abrasions like you can see here, but you can see how deep the black is. It's definitely a dyed nubuck or durabuck or whatever the hell that they're going for. But overall, I'm pretty impressed by this shoe. I would say the things to look out for when the authentic pair comes out in terms of legit checking is pay attention to what the finish is going to be on the midsole. It's super matte here on the rep. I have a feeling that it's not going to be this matte when the authentic pair comes out. Pay attention to how prominent the icy blueness is on the outsole. Pay attention to the shape. Look at the bulbousness of the back view here. All of this stuff is going to come into play. I wonder if authentic pairs are actually 3M on this though. I wonder. I guess when we get closer and we start to see some of the YouTubers, shoe-tubers that have confirmed legit early pairs in hand, we'll be able to know whether or not this is just going to be paint or if it's going to be 3M reflective. But I gotta say, I think it would be a hell of a lot better for the shoe if this was truly 3M reflective, because otherwise, honestly, there isn't really that much different between this and like what we got in 2018. So with that said, guys, remember, you can see more pictures of this shoe for your research on the Instagram account that's about to pop up on the screen. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what these are gonna be. But you guys tell me, you guys gonna get them? Are you passing? Are you setting your sights higher for all of the major heat that's going to drop in 2025? Let me know. And before I sign off, I just want to remind you guys that in 2025, early 2025, probably in January, early February, I will be dropping my own personal Discord channel. It's in the works. There's going to be discussions, there's going to be talks and legit checking live and in action inside the Discord, and it's going to be a pretty dope place to be. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.